Mile 3, starting the video late, but I'll explain because I did something. Mile 4, mile 5. Mile 6, done. Now obviously that was all planned. But anyways, back to my house. That was a long drive home. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching the beginning clip right there of me running, struggling, breathing hard. Hopefully I wasn't breathing hard on y'all. I wanted to break down a little bit on how I got into running and what my plans are for 2025 when it comes to running. Back in 2023, I actually set up a goal for me of getting into running. It was something that I've really never done, but I wanted to challenge myself. I signed up for a local group here in San Antonio through Fleet Feet, and they have a running program where you join groups of people that are looking to run too. It's actually a training program too, so designed to, whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish. I could vividly remember my first run back in January of 2024. I was struggling. Like, I ran 3 miles that day, or maybe right under 3 miles, and it was frigid cold and I was freezing. I was struggling. In my head, I was like, what did I get myself into? But I made it back the next week. No matter how hard it was still a goal of mine. I still wanted to accomplish it and accomplish that goal of consistently running, right? Little did I know that I was going to sign up to a half marathon. I've never ran more than those 3 miles up until that point, to that day. And then every single week that I came, I would start to increase my miles. And so I started training for a half marathon, which was in March of 2024. And let me tell you guys, the training was great. I underestimated it as far as like how much I needed more than just the training. Like, I actually needed to eat well, honestly shed some pounds because all that weight, it was heavy on my body and my knees. On the race day of March, I ran the Alamo. Everything was great up until the first 6 miles. Up until like that 6th mile, I started to cramp really bad, and the cramping really never got better. And I struggled the last 7 miles, and I think that hindered my run because every single step was hard for me. Like, I was struggling. Like, I was crying. I literally had tears in my eyes. But nonetheless, I finished. I completed it in 3 hours and 2 minutes. And so, I was pleased and I was encouraged that I finished it, right? I completed something that was completely out of my realm. I found out quickly that there was going to be another half marathon. There's half marathons and 5Ks all the time. But there was one coming up in December of 2024. So that gave me 6 months to prepare for that one. Actually longer, almost like 8-9 months. And so what I did is I continued to show up to those training sessions with the group that I joined. And at the same time, I signed up for as many 5Ks as I could just to keep my legs fresh, and continue to challenge myself on those 5Ks as far as like the time that I wanted to accomplish it in, right? Complete the 5K. And I hit a lot of markers for myself personally as I challenged myself every single time. Every time that I actually went out with the group, I continued to try to strive to beat my previous times. And then I added the diet on top of that. I don't even like using the word diet. It's just more of like my nutrition. Nonetheless, I shed some pounds. I shed a little bit. Up until that time coming up, which was last month, December of 2024, I felt a whole lot better. I was really confident in my ability to finish in my new goal, which would be in sub 3 hours, right? Race day comes. I feel good. I feel mentally prepared. Like, I saw myself running. I felt myself running. I saw myself completing it. I'm mentally prepared for this one, physically as well. And so I felt good. My body felt really, really good. And let me tell you guys, I experienced runner's high for the first time. I think like the first like 6 miles, I almost didn't feel them. Like I felt like, whoa, that went pretty fast. And mile 6 through 9, this is where I experienced runner's high. I started to like float. It sounds really weird, but I started to float. I started to enjoy the music I was listening to. I started to watch the people around me. Probably even corny for me to say this, but like I started like waving my arms up and down like as I was running. I was smiling. I had tears of joy. Um I thought about people in my life that made my life joyful, like my family, my wife, my kids, my parents. I thought about people that were like gone, but I felt them in the moment. My grandmother, my best friend's dad. I thought about so many things. I thought about my goals, my aspirations, my kids. And those 6 to 9 miles went like this, but they felt magical. They felt awesome. And then the rest, I did pretty well up until mile 11. I started to cramp a little bit, but I just mentally blocked it. I went through, I pushed through, completed it in 2 hours and 42 minutes. So way ahead of my goal, which was awesome. Funny story is when I completed it and I was passing the finish line, the lady right there is handing me my medal. She was like, all right, you got to move. And I told her, I can't. And so like I was cramping so bad when I stopped running that I literally could not move. Luckily they were handing out milk. And all I could think about is that meme where they say like, he needs some milk. But literally the milk did help. I was able to move right after I drank that carton of milk. So I'm sharing all this maybe to inspire somebody else out there, really just to tell my story when it comes to running. I just completed, obviously, my first run of 2025. I look forward to completing more runs. I did sign up for the Alamo 2025, which I set a personal goal of finishing it at 2 hours and 30 minutes or better. So from now until then, I definitely got to work on my nutrition again, shed some more pounds just so my weight is not too heavy on my knees and I feel light when I'm running. So that is the current goal at the moment. I am motivated to complete a full marathon. I don't know if it'll happen this year, but I have my eyes set on like a big city. I could definitely do it on the road. I could do it wherever, but I want it to be special. And so I'll document that as I go. But I was thinking maybe like Hawaii. I was thinking about maybe Japan, maybe, or Portugal, or somewhere along those lines. So maybe not this year. Maybe sometime next year. Hopefully this encourages some of y'all. I encourage all of you to do whatever it is that you want to accomplish this year, whatever that may be. I appreciate everybody listening. Again, thank you for tuning in. I see y'all in the comments where the viewership is real and the comments never die. Once again, that means leave a comment and I'll comment back. Any video ideas out there, please let me know. I'll catch you guys on the next video. Thank you, like, and subscribe.